Welcome back, everyone. I'm Philippe Kahn, and this is your Daily Driver for Thursday, March 12, 2009. Topping BMW news today, word that the storied Bavarian brand may be on the verge of embracing a decades-old German rival. I'm talking about Daimler, and I'm talking specifically about an article in the latest online edition of Business Week. If you're in Germany, you can check it out on Der Spiegel online. The point is this, ladies and gentlemen, BMW and Daimler will soon be unveiling a joint procurement agreement whereby both manufacturers will be getting things like speedometers, headlamps, batteries, all from the same common manufacturer. And that $50 billion worth of purchasing power is enough to save both companies hundreds of millions of euros in the short term and perhaps billions of euros over the longer term. What's more tantalizing, however, is the prospect of a stock swap between the two companies. This is so serious, according to Business Week, that both companies have approached the German government to see what they would make of a proposed merger between the two, whereby BMW would get 7% of Daimler stock and vice versa. And if this agreement doesn't tell you all that you need to know about how bad the car business is these days, nothing will. Here's the news, ladies and gentlemen. Both of these companies now know that their future really does rest, in large part, on the development of small car platforms. And while BMW has been somewhat successful with their Mini brand and the 1 Series, for Daimler it's been an unmitigated disaster between the A-Class, the B-Class, and their Smart brands. BMW has already been working with Peugeot on a lineup of small engines, but when a ménage à trois with Daimler was proposed, the French quickly backed away and said, "No, voulez-vous." For now, it looks like BMW and Daimler will retain their independence from one another, but this is definitely not the last time you're going to hear about this, folks. The clock is ticking for Daimler, and that's because their recent stock tumbles and share valuation falling and their lack of a major shareholder has hurt them badly. With each passing day, they look like more and more of a ripe takeover target. This is not the case over at BMW, who has seen reasonable profitability recently and has the backing of the Quant family. For Daimler, you can bet they're going to be coming back to the bargaining table soon. The only question is with whom and under what terms. And finally, folks, if I may interject my opinion at this point, I would just like to say that both of these companies know all about the pitfalls of merger mania. Of course, Daimler is the more recent victim with Daimler Chrysler. That fiasco made the David Guest-Liza Minnelli marriage look like a smashing success. And before you think that BMW is perfect in that regard, just look back a few years to the English patient Land Rover, who managed to lose more than $1 million a day in the 90s, and back then $1 million actually bought you something. I, for one, would argue that these German rivals and this German rivalry has made both of these companies what they are today, and it will continue to keep them vibrant for many years to come. I'm Philippe Kahn, ladies and gentlemen. This has been your Daily Driver. I'm reminding you that it's much more fun to drive a slow car fast than a fast car slow. Good day.